Hey, welcome back. This is Rob at the Idea Garage. Today we're going to go through and add panels to my table saw, make 3D printed organizers and holders for all of my accessories for the table saw to make accessing them and using them at the table saw quick and easy, and I have a place for them so they don't get lost.
Welcome to the Idea Garage, where the small things turn out large. We cut it, fix it, build it from the heart.
Starting up top here, we have the adjuster for the saw stop mechanism. This is my Incra Miter 1000. Just sits in here, quick on and off. The tool I use to adjust that slides in through here. Got this porcupine style featherboard. Just twists off and will pop right out. Spot for two of the 3D printed push blocks that I've done a video on, and those just slot right in. So stick around, watch, and I'll show you how I design and install these. So a couple of things I was thinking about doing is I can go and, much like I did on the back here with the dust collection port, just put a board in here into this little opening, put some self-tapping screws on each side to hold that in, and then attach things to that. I could do something similar over here on this side, and then anything that magnetic or whatever I could put up towards the top behind the wheel here. So I think I'm going to go with the right side. I'm right-handed, so that's what makes sense to me. Maybe put it on the front. Not sure. I think this might get in the way when I'm trying to do things. When I do fold up some of the things, that's fairly big, so I don't want to crowd the front of the saw. And the left, the power switch here kind of hangs out pretty far. The factory place to hold the wrenches is actually tucked up under here with these little hooks, and it's very difficult to even know that they're there, just because of how high up it is. Behind this power box, it's pretty much a pain in the ass to get to, so I'm going to do something to mount these things. I think the right side is where I'm going to go, and then I'll probably print another mount to hold the power cord, kind of like what I did here with the router table setup. So we'll go through and get some of the pieces laid out, get a panel made up for the side, and then try to figure out some ways to hold all this stuff. All right, so stick around and let's get it done. Okay, here I am laying out plywood panels that are going to mount inside the table saw base. I'm measuring to get a nice fit, and I'm measuring not exact measurements, but basically with the wood up against the frame itself. Measurements itself don't really matter in this. It's just they need to fit in between there with enough room for the screws to grab. Once I do that, I do have the measurements for how much of an angle is going to be to kind of fit the angle of the metal frame. And then I take that, cut it to the height it needs to be. And then once that's done, I go to line up the angle. So for the angle, I don't know what the angle is exactly, but I line up my straight edge parallel to the blade. And then I set my miter saw to actually fit that angle. So no need to actually know what that angle is. Just get that parallel, line up the miter gauge to that, and it'll cut it perfect. Okay, so here is where we're dealing with for this. This is the open area of the uh, plate that's going to be on there. Here is my miter gauge. I was thinking about how I'm going to mount this thing. I figured maybe something like this, hanging down. Have some brackets coming out here to hold this up that I can just set it on there. And then I was thinking place maybe like this, or maybe like this, some way to hang these in here. I've got a few holes in this, but this one doesn't have them. So trying to figure out that. Then I've got this again for the miter gauge, where I want to keep it near the table saw. So I'm trying to figure out a way to attach this somewhere. And then I still have the push stick, the brush. This I'm just going to use the magnets on this to the side of the metal, so that shouldn't be a problem. And I have this guy still. And I really don't know how to fit all this thing into this small area. So I am going to go and do in the front as well. So this will be on the right side, and then I've got this piece right here. I haven't cut it out yet, but it's going to basically be this area is going to go in the front. I'm thinking I will probably either put the miter gauge on the front, maybe the blade wrenches. Let's go through. I'm going to get this this piece right here cut out, and then once we do that, get it mounted, and then we're going to figure out how I'm going to mount these things. Okay. All right, now with the panels all cut out, I can start mounting them into the saw base. I'm just using self-tapping screws straight into the metal frame, which makes this pretty quick. I am pre-drilling them, but they do a pretty good job at holding. You'll notice here that the screws kind of push that plywood back a little bit, so back them out, clamp them up, and then reattach them to hold it tight. Okay, so I've got these two panels attached now, and what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to get some mounts for this. I'm going to try to 3D print something. I'm not sure if it's going to be able to hold up the weight of this though. So uh, my next best guess would be to make some wooden brackets that I can attach and maybe go through the back to screw it together to hold it more sturdy. But I'm going to try 3D printing these at first, see how that works out. Then I've got my printed push blocks here. I think I'm going to use the fact that they've got this little lip here. This obviously can move back and forth inside this, but this is going to be where I want. So I'm thinking maybe I'll print some things and just use the weight of this to hold it in there. That may not work with vibration. They may just fall off. So maybe I have a slot that I can slot these down into like this, and it'll hold it kind of like this. And I can mount one here, so that they're kept up out of the way. I've got my brush and this guy. So I think I might be able to use this right here to latch into something, just kind of tighten it down and just hang it like this. So I think that's going to actually be better to put this guy right here because he can hang out of the edge a little bit. Once I get that in place, maybe do this with the push blocks, and then I'll have a place on the front that I think I can mount the tool for the miter bar. I may end up having to just hang this off of one of the existing hooks for the wrench. I've got actually these up here, but we'll see. And just kind of doing it as I go along, trying to figure out what fits and where I can cram these things in here. So going to go design some 3D prints and get some stuff started on that. And we'll see you back here in a little bit. All right, this next section is where my microphone decided to quit on me, so I just talk to what's going on. First up is a bracket to hold my 3D printed push block. Basically, slide it in, works fine. This next piece here is a bracket to hold my porcupine feather block. It just basically mimics the shape of the T slot that it would actually fit into. Here, what I'm doing is I'm showing the brackets that the miter gauge would fit into. Uh, the first bracket fit perfectly, but was just a little bit too short because the mounting tab was bumping into it. So I just made it a little bit longer and had it added. So from there, I go and add the brackets, bolt it all to the plywood using M4 hardware. Start with these miter gauge brackets, then move on to the featherboard holder on the side. So as you can see, the featherboard just slides in and uses the built-in hardware to kind of latch in tightly. Once I get that in, I just take the blocks for the push blocks, mount them on there. Basically, same M4 screws go in. The push block just slips in on the top, and then I added the second one right above that one. Okay, after I mount this cable management, this is everything mounted up and ready to go. Having all the accessories right on the table saw makes setup faster and keeps things from getting buried on a shelf somewhere. If you enjoyed this and found it useful, I do appreciate if you'd hit the like and subscribe button. I'm getting really close to 300 subscribers now, and the support honestly means a lot. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one.